What is the final 3D release that should be taking place right now with you if you want to transition to a peaceful planet, a place of awakening, the end of the struggles and the suffering of this planet that we're experiencing here, which will go on and continue with those who choose it. What's that final 3D release? Stay tuned. If you do this, you can actually start to shift starting today, but it's going to take your attention, so listen carefully. Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears. 3D, fears, 3D, fears, and live an amazing life. What's an amazing life? You get to choose it. If you like struggle, you like arguing, a lot of people do. I got a couple on my channel. They still like to create what if, and it's always focused on the 3D world. What does that mean? The material world is not real, and we are trusting that it is. Nothing real ever ends. So if your body, this material world, and situations can exist in multiple dimensions, which it does, multiple realities, in other words, the same situation can be viewed 1,001 ways, then it's not real. It's just an experience. The only thing that is real is the power and love of the One, the endless, unlimited power of the One, and everything else is it expressing and experiencing that power. What is the final shift from 3D? The final shift is to release all of that attention on it. Oh, that's going to be a tough one. What's the fourth dimension? Time. Now, we are experiencing time here. That's why we're in a fourth dimension. When you go to fifth, there's no time. Things happen, they shift, you can go back and forth. There's no time. There's no time anyways. We're just experiencing it as what we chose to test ourselves, to experience density, to experience limitations, all just part of the expression of the One, the thing that is permanent. Or is it? Okay, so here's what's going to go on. 3D shift. If you are still wanting somebody to be a certain way for you, if you are still arguing about the 3D world, if you are still finding yourself caught up in it, and there's any kind of conflict or struggle in it at all, what is that? You can experience it. You do not have to experience struggle and conflict in here. You can observe it. You can experience the feelings, but not react to it. That's when you go to the higher dimensions. That's when you are no longer controlled by the 3D world. And 4D. Because you experience time. There's an end to the earth. There is another day or another year we're going to go through, planetary challenges. Now, when you shift, all that goes. It all goes. Now, I'll give you an example. Sorry, I don't remember the name. I'm not going to say it actually. I was requested and I deleted it because I did not want to put this other person's name out there. They probably wouldn't like that. One of my subscribers requested that I contact a spiritual woman who's on YouTube and doing amazing things, who believes that she shouldn't earn money for being spiritual. Landria, can you do me a favor? Contact her and tell her it's okay. Here's the test. Why do you need her to be different? If she doesn't want to earn and she believes that being spiritual means you should be broke, can you allow her to do that? She knows what we believe and think out there. She knows there's another way. She knows there's people that think that abundance and spirituality can go together. That's my belief. It doesn't have to be hers. And for me to want her to change is the 3D thinking. Are you getting this now? You getting this? Us spiritual people, let's contact them. Now, what if somebody called you and said, hey, my friend said that you believe you should be abundant and spiritual, and I'm going to tell you that you should be broke, and it's wrong to be spiritual. You wouldn't like that. Why do we place ourselves as spiritual people as some authority to change other people without their permission? You can't do it anyways. When you teach and offer and you allow and accept others to be exactly who they are, then you are accepting the fact that we all came here for the experience of being human and the lessons that go with that. And maybe this time, this person desires to be broke and spiritual to know what that's like. Maybe she was a queen in her last life. Maybe she was doing amazing things, but she was wealthy, and she thought, what would it be like if I actually didn't have anything, and went into that space? Can I be awakened in that space? Of course. Eckhart Tolle slept on a park bench for 2 years. Baroque. No money, no nothing. Relied on other people, started doing teachings in homes, and got on Oprah, and now he's a multimillionaire. But he doesn't need it to be happy. But he doesn't find anything wrong with that. And he still continues to charge for things and go out there. Why? Because he can do some amazing things with that. And he doesn't live an extravagant lifestyle. And by the way, it's really none of our business. So when we judge that or say he should or shouldn't do certain things, we're still in the 3D world. That is what must be released. That has to go. Are you still doing it? I know a lot of us are. I say us because we're all in human form. We're all in density. You can have an opinion. But when you believe that other people must believe what you do, or you have to sit and argue it, you're in 3D. That's the ego having to have a certain way. Somebody didn't like how I responded to somebody on my channel who this person doesn't know, fires off some really, really negative, fear-based garbage. And most of it, I don't let it get on there. First of all, YouTube blocks a lot of that, because when we spread fear out there, we can actually do some serious damage to the world. So you have that responsibility. That 3D world still exists, and people are responding to it. So whatever we do contributes toward that. So people who are living in 3D are going to go into fear and arguing and all this other stuff, and they're going to go down. And they're starting to, by the way. And this has been happening, and the split is happening. Have you noticed some really nice people in your life all of a sudden are starting to flip out or go away? Amazing people. Why? They're not connected to that other space, nor are they trying to go there, and you have to allow that. All right, so when I responded to this person who just pelts me with some really nasty stuff about, conspiracy theory and all that garbage, right? Somebody else saw a response, not knowing my relationship or anything about this person, and said that she didn't like the way that I responded. When does this end? When does this end? And we believe that, and we don't have all the information. Have you ever seen that commercial? Long, long time ago, where you see this well-dressed man with a briefcase, looks wealthy, walking down the street, not a real good street, and here's this man with a knit cap and a hoodie, and he comes running after him, and they stop the film when he goes to tackle this guy. What are you thinking at that moment? Then they let the film play, and he pushes this guy down to the ground, and something falls from the building and misses them. This is what we're doing all the time. You don't know other people's story. You don't know their history. You don't know why they're responding and what they're doing, but we're playing judge and jury, and it has to go. I'm not talking about opinions. I'm not talking about you going on Facebook and posting some really positive stuff and allowing people to choose. Or if they ask you. That's what these channels are for. People come to me. They do a search. They come here. If they don't like it, they can leave. I'm not locking somebody in a building. So same thing goes with you. Can you offer beauty out there? Can you offer positivity and allow people to take it or leave it and not judge them for that decision? Do we have to impose our own opinions on other people and call them wrong if they don't abide by us? This is the 3D. This is what we're still doing. I'm hearing people doing this. Well, that's okay. Oh, I loved you until you did this. I've gotten that before. Until I saw that, or I saw, knowing nothing about me. No one watching this channel knows me. No one. Not one person knows me or anything about me, no matter what you think. Keep your opinion to yourself if it's negative, because it hurts you and it keeps you in that 3D world that thinks that what we're seeing out here is real. It's not. take it up a notch and just observe. You will feel things. You still have this stuff that you carry forward. Negativity and programming and triggers and other things. Somebody got mad because I said, you are not PTSD. Tell people, and they stopped right there. They stopped watching the video. I can tell. How dare you? Now you're going to tell them to not take their medications. And I said, here we go. Off and running. The quote is, we're not a label. You are not PTSD. In other words, the message is, you can change that. Whatever you're experiencing, of course it's real. It's real for you in this 3D world because it came from experiences in the 3D world. And fourth. But that's not who you are. And that was the message. But this person chose to see it differently. That I was saying that these people don't really have PTSD. You can see the world any way you want to, and you can hear things the way you choose to hear them. Or you can see the best and say, I don't know. I actually don't know. And even if somebody did say that, so what? Why does there need to be struggle? So that is the 3D. Can you let it go? You don't need to struggle against that. You can say the worst possible thing to my face. I'm like, okay. I'm this, I'm that. People write me, I said, okay. I'm done trying to tell you anything other than what you want to believe. I am never going to be done sharing with you what you're capable of. You are not a label. You are not anything. You are one everything. That never dies, that is in everything, that is unlimited, that is experiencing the contrast of being a human in this very small blip on the radar screen. And you will continue on, and whatever you do here and whatever you experience will determine that next journey in whatever you choose to expand into. That's it. And we're taking it so seriously. This is the end. And we're fighting for what? You are unlimited. You are infinite. Fight for what? Nothing can ever happen to you. You can experience something as a human being, but it never truly damages you. It's an experience. These are very serious feelings that people have. You can see what's going on out there totally different right now. Are you still in 3D? Are you having any conflict of any kind, any argument? Does your blood pressure go up? Do you care about politics and all this other stuff? We're supposed to turn a blind eye. No, 3D, you're still thinking 3D. So this is what's really difficult for most people to get past, is they think that by turning a blind eye, which is not true, is not being responsible for the 3D world. It's not real. And a lot of people have a problem with me saying that. It is a real experience for you. Very real for you in a physical world. It can be changed at any moment. And struggling and suffering with it serves absolutely zero positive purpose, because whatever you project into that reality, you change. So when you stop thinking of it as a bad thing happening, and that we're going through this, whatever is happening out there, and it's going to be one of many, many more things to come. What's new? This planet's been through that since the beginning of time, 4D. So, big whoop. Why? It's the planet of teachings. It's the planet of expansion. It's the planet of experiences of the contrast. That's it. That's it. You can elevate it to something amazing. You can take us to another frequency. The planet's frequency is raising. You're experiencing that. People are afraid of their psychic abilities that are showing up. Why? Why? Because humans, if we don't see it in the 3D world, we're afraid of it. Open up, because nothing can ever harm you. There's other forces. Okay, if you believe that, then you will create that has power over you. Nothing does. Nothing. If there are dark forces over there, of course there are dark forces. It's contrast. Let it experience it. Don't play with it. Don't be playing with it. It's time for you right now. It's happening right now in a big 3 and 4D way. Big time. Big 4D way. Time. Which is speeding up, by the way. Fact. We have another 4 years. 2024. Did you see the predictions with my astrologist, Wendy Cicchetti? We talked about this. This is what I've been sharing with you, by the way. I've looked at, somebody mentioned somebody's prediction. I looked back to a year and 2 years ago, and absolutely not one of their videos mentioned anything like this happening. Go back and watch my videos, and you will see that I absolutely told you to put your seatbelt on last fall, that we're going to go into something very serious that was going to be like this. And then the year before, I talked to you about getting prepared for the changes and getting yourself set, because that was going to happen. I didn't make this up. And you have this information too. I'm not some big psychic. You have this information, but you're not paying attention to it. It's time. If I am absolutely being controlled by the material world at all, I'm not shifting into 5D. If I'm believing that there is some kind of a timeline to this, I'm not shifting into 5D, because it doesn't really exist in the oneness of infinity. It exists only in this experience. Does this make sense? Boy, letting go of this is going to be tough for a lot of you, because you really love it. And this is what Wendy said. She said, some people will choose to stay in 3D because they love arguing. They think it's fun. I got a couple people on my channel, you know who they are. Sometimes their stuff's so bad, I gotta get it off. I don't want to expose other people to their negativity. Because when it goes extreme, that's a choice I make. All right? That's not negative censorship. That is me saying that will not be acceptable in my world, because it serves no purpose. It's not a discussion anymore. Now we're going into fear. How are you handling your life? What are you saying? What are you thinking? What are you believing? It is time to let go of this. It's going to be one of the biggest challenges ever. This is why you came here, is to let go and know that you are this. You always have been. You never lost touch with it. You have a higher self. You can be a 5D, 5-dimensional person. Here, what does that mean? High frequency. No illness, no sadness, no whatever you experience being human, the density, the challenges now become teachings of true value. Everything's a teaching of true value. Everyone has value. Everyone has worth. Everyone's on their own journey. Everyone is allowed to go through it, even if it's painful. Be the catalyst for positive change, and if they come to you and choose it, give and give and give and give. And if somebody wants to judge you, bless them. Bless them. But you don't have to be a rug. You know I won't be. I'm not going to sit here and let somebody walk all over me, but I'm going to go in peace and let them know this is not acceptable. And I don't have to sit and baby you and treat you like a little, enabler. All right? Don't be an enabler. We're going to keep having these discussions, because this year, 2020, is a pivotal year. I named it the year of expansion. It is the year of expansion. We're going out. We're going out. All right? You ready for that? Nothing to be afraid out there. You are that. You are it. You'd have to be afraid of yourself to struggle against that. You are whole and perfect. By the way, guys, all the ads that showed up, I'm taking them down. That is not me. I think YouTube is just putting more on the channels, because they're probably losing some accounts in other areas because of what's going on out there, and I think they're piling more ads on here. Please let me know when that happens. I'm always going to have a couple ads, because that helps my channel survive, but I don't want them interrupting my video all the time. So if there's too many in there, let me know. I pulled them all off the meditations. I don't know why those showed up all of a sudden. All of a sudden, 90 meditation videos had ads. No meditation should have an ad. Somebody said that, and I said, if you'd have just told me, I would have kindly told you I agree with you. So I pulled all those off, and so I need this information. Just so you know, please subscribe and share. I'm getting subscribers all the time, and have you noticed 96,100 people has not changed for a couple months. I don't know why, because subscribers are coming on board. I'm watching this and it's not changing. So the algorithms have changed, something's happening. I need your assistance to grow the channel. In a positive way. Why? Because we need each other, don't we? Because we are one. And we're finding that out as we go through all of these things out there, that we do need one another. Because we are the one. And when we separate ourselves from each other, it feels lonely. It doesn't feel right, does it? And that's what's going on out there, is demonstrating to us that we do need one another in the most positive way, not in conflict or struggle. So please subscribe, please share these. Thank you for those who do that. And if you subscribe and you find out that it's not showing up, people are telling me it's not showing up. I don't know what that is, but we're going to keep working on it. Also, you guys, free workshop. We got people doing amazing things. We're creating online businesses. This is school. You will actually learn like a student, step by step, and you have a whole support community. If you guys want to sign up for that, it's a free webinar, free workshop series. I'm over there. I actually meet with the students every week, even though I'm not one of the trainers, but I'm very successful at this. As you can see, we're using technology for good. You can use anything for good, right? Anything. Make good decisions every day, my friend, because you're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you. I send you the power of the universe, which is always you, is always in you, unlimited. What are you going to do with it? Namaste.